you've got me again. As stated a couple of days ago, it's going to be me for a little while. Generally just rambling because I can't play any games because I'm useless like that. Yeah, like I've said before, I think Mahjong is pretty much Mahjong and Minesweeper are pretty much my go-to games if I'm going to play anything at all. I am only going to be on till past tonight because I've got lasagna in the oven and I'm freezing and I'm hungry and I'm tired. So I just want to eat that and then get in bed. Because as you might guess, I've not been sleeping very well with all of this. And to be honest, if Yog is listening, it's nothing to do with him in that respect. Maybe it affected a little bit, but I wasn't sleeping very well before that. So, yeah, I need to try and get some sleep. I don't have anything on tomorrow, so... what day is it tomorrow? Friday? Is it Friday tomorrow? No, Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have anything on tomorrow, so I can sleep in if I can. And we will see that if that happens or not. Morning, afternoon, Fleischman, you alright? I hope you're doing well tonight, dude. So, I don't know who's there at the moment in chat or lurking. I went to see Yog today. I think you might have seen him popping up in Discord if you follow him there. Hi, good morning, June. Evening to you too. He actually seemed quite positive. Possibly because I managed to steal, or we've managed to borrow Bedders' Steam Deck, and I've taken that in for him this morning rather. So I think he's actually had something to do today. I've not spoken to him since I was there this morning, apart from on the text once, but it was nothing to do with how he was feeling. But he seemed in a much more positive sort of mood, which was good. I think we get to see the doctors on Thursday. I don't think he's been seen by anybody yet, which is a little bit strange, but I don't know, they've obviously got their processes. So I'll get to meet all the team that are going to be handling his care on Thursday. So that's all good. Sorry, I keep getting because I'm really not sure what I'm actually saying at the moment. It's just spewing out. So yeah, he does seem a lot better. The most positive I've seen him so far, anyway. And like I say, I've not heard from him, which suggests to me he is. Sorry, I'm going to do this all the time now, aren't I? Suggests to me that he's got himself nicely, like, mired in with whatever he's playing on the Steam Deck. I believe he's playing Battle Brothers at the moment, judging by the Discord conversation. So I think, well, that's his favourite game anyway, so as long as he's got that, he should be okay. I know he's still got multitudes of snacks and things that I took in for him, and his dad also took in for him as well, so he's got those to eat if the food isn't great. He said his average, the food, he said it's not any better than Leighton, which is not much of an indictment, but yeah, I think he only got fed twice at Leighton. He didn't get fed much at all there. And I think, well, they had sandwiches one night whilst he's been in this new place, which John's not a fan of a sandwich at the moment. He prefers something warm, so I'm assuming that he decided to man up and eat it anyway, or go through his snacks. I don't know, but unfortunately, you don't get much choice at places like this. It's not exactly a 5-star hotel. Though the facility is really nice. It's clean and bright and airy. I've not seen the ward yet, but I imagine it probably will be similar. They've got a nice fish tank, but I think you only get to use that if you've got visitors coming. I say there's some nice fish in there. Just watching them is quite calming, I suppose. they seem to chase each other around the tank, which is quite funny. And Yog was on about before maybe we should get a fish tank. I was like, yeah, okay, with our 3 cats, they'd have the lid off in no time and having fish for dinner. I wouldn't put it past them in any way, shape nor form to get into the lid and whatever. They're not stupid cats. Oh, you catch you. You're not stupid. Yeah, I was telling Yog about how when we were kids, we went to a little fishing pond near to my house, and we caught some sticklebacks. Decided to take them home with us, put them in a fish tank, put the fish tank up on the side, lid on the fish tank. I think we even put something on top of the lid to keep it there. And yeah, in the morning we still got up and there was like 3/4 of dead fish all over the floor. It was like, great, cat's been at them then. So, and it was quite a deep fish tank as well, so I don't know how the cat managed to do it without getting wet, because one would have thought the fish would have moved down to the bottom to try and escape them, but yeah, it didn't work. There was just bits of fish mess everywhere. But yes, that's not the most jolly thing to talk about, I know. I've got lasagna in the oven. What's everyone else having for tea tonight? Making me jealous. I think Reese said he was having a curry the other night, homemade curry, and that sounded really good. And I was very envious of Yog's Burger King the other night as well. I do like a good Burger King, but it's so expensive. Pasta bolognese is good. That's pretty much what I'm having, I suppose, but different type of pasta. Do you like a pasta bolognese? Was it like baked in the oven, or did you do the pasta and then put the bolognese on separately? I think I'm going to make a pasta bake in the next couple of days, because it'll be something I can... Nice, I like it separate too. Bit of cheese on there as well, a bit of parmesan. Yeah, I'm going to make a pasta bake, I think, in the next couple of days. I think I've got a tomato and bacon one or something like that. And that'll keep me going, that will, for a few days, that, so... that's my plan anyway. I've just been and picked up a selection of ready meals and stuff for breakfasts and things like that, because everyone's panicking that I'm not looking after myself now. So... it's not like I can't stand to lose a few pounds, so it's not like it's a big deal. But I suppose, yes, if my health deteriorates, I'm not going to be much help to Yog when he gets out from there, so I get where they're coming from. It's just difficult to eat when you feel like you're in churn. That's why it's difficult for me to sleep as well, 'cause even taking my increased tablets, I don't seem to be able to get to sleep, so... And then I wake up again early doors. So I'm getting to sleep like 2-3 o'clock. And then waking up again about 7 or 8. Sometimes I will go back to sleep again, depending on what I've got on. But other times it's like, oh, forget it, I might as well just get up. Get up and be done with it, and go and do whatever needs to be done. Which I probably could be cleaning the house and tidying up quite a lot, but at the moment I haven't found the energy to do that. I don't think I've completely flopped yet, but I think I'm going to soon. But we will see. I speak to my psychologist on Thursday as well, so I'm going to go to Yog's place first. Go with them to find out what's going on with regards to his care. And then I've got my psychologist at 2:30. So we were going to work on some things, but I can see it just end up being a talk about what's happened session rather than I mean, to be honest, I could really do with... I'm trying to learn how to cope with my chronic pain, because painkillers don't work and exercise is not always applicable. it's very difficult to exercise when every part of you hurts, even though you know it'll be more beneficial in the long run. But that's my fight to have, I suppose. But yeah, she's given me some like mindfulness techniques and that to try and take me out of it for a bit. So we did one last week, which was basically you had to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and you had to do like 5 things you could see, 4 things you could hear, 3 things you could touch, and then 2 things you could taste, and 1 thing that you could smell, or something like that. Whichever, it didn't matter which sort of order they were in. And it just sort of resets your brain a little bit. Hello. You come say hello? No? I'm just going to go past. Okay. I have Cat here as company again tonight. She has become a radiator cat again. I don't know how she can sit on it. I've had my hand on it a little while because I was feeling cold, and it's still quite bloody warm, and she's just sat in it with her belly. Aren't you? How do you not get too hot? It's not cold, that radiator cat here. Yeah, tell me about it, Grim Harbinger. It's, well, Yog won't ask any questions. I pretty much guarantee it. I hope he does, because he is coming out of his shell, but I think depending on the amount of people that are ending up in his room, it could overwhelm him. So I need to be there to either just get the information or to get the information and ask the questions that need to be asked. Not that my memory is a whole lot better than Yog's, but certainly at the moment it's in a better place than he is. So between the two of us, I'm sure we can get it down to hopefully all the information that we're provided with. So we'll see. I
knew today was going to be special.
Well, thanks, Hans. I'm sure he will deal with those clanners, not a problem. He's yeah, you and well, me both. The lady at the hospital said she would expect to have him there for weeks rather than months, and that's weeks at, you know, she said obviously if we can sort it out before then we'll let you go, but we won't let you go really until you are sorted. So I think it just depends on how much Yog is willing to participate. No problem, Fleischman, that's quite alright, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, so it depends on how much Yog participates, and I suppose how quickly they can get him back on meds for his ADHD, seeing as that's what's caused all of this in the first place. Yeah, so I'm hoping we'll have a decent plan of action come Thursday, and we can go from there, and hopefully we might be able to get him some sleeping pills and some more regular painkillers when we've seen the doctor as well, because he's bashed and bruised and, I don't know, buggered up in various places. He's not having fun pain wise at the moment, so yeah, I think he just needs a bit of that TLC really, and then it's just difficult because he's got somebody in with him 24/7 just to keep an eye on him, which Yog likes his privacy, and having somebody in the office or in the room or whatever all the time is stressing him out a little bit. I think he's getting used to it, but it is stressing him out. Like I say, it's a lot of the time. I can end up coming into here, into the computer room, just to sit down or whatever, and he's like, I'm busy, go away. Not in a bad way, but, you know, I'm doing stuff, I need to decompress or whatever. I need to chill out. Which I get, because I'm very much the same, I need alone time too. So it works quite well for us. He's up here and doing his thing, and I'm downstairs doing my thing, so I say it works quite well for us. And then we tend to catch up over dinner time briefly, and then mainly we just catch up in bed. We have our best conversations in bed at night because neither of us go to sleep very quickly, so we just chat. Sorry, I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I just keep drinking water, and I've got a Jakeman's menthol sweetie in, which is quite nice, but it's not easy to talk with because it's quite a big sweet, actually. I think it's making me sound like I've got plums in my cheeks, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I've got this cough cold thing. Actually, I don't know so much about the cold bit. Maybe a little bit. There's bloody racking cough. I was nearly sick this morning. It was that bad. Which is horrible. But yeah, the cough and the sore throat are like, ugh, not good. So, yeah, I probably ought to go and see the doctors at some point shortly. Because I'm not supposed to go too long without getting checked up if I look like I've got an infection of some variety, because of some of the other meds that I'm on. Many meds. It is a little bit ridiculous how much medication I take. But it keeps me sane and keeps me like in the present moment, and means I'm capable of going to work and stuff like that. So it's worth doing. I mean, people might say it's not me, it's just the medication, and that I've been like blown away by the medication. But I don't feel like that so much at the moment. There is one medication I want to come off, but with everything that's gone on at the moment, it's not necessarily the best time for it. But there's other medication that I'm on that probably does it to an extent. But I wouldn't be here without it, I think is probably the best way of putting it. There are certain medications that I'm on that have saved my life. And if I have to be on them until I die, then so be it. I'm sorry, this has turned into a really morbid stream. I do apologise. Does anybody else want to let me know what they're having for their tea, and we'll go down that route? Always a good opening question, tea. I have a lasagna in the oven which will be ready in 13 minutes, so that's how long you've got me for. Grim's having pasta bolognese, or has had pasta bolognese, so it's pretty much the same as what I'm having, but just different pasta. I was tempted to make a cheesy mashed potato with bacon and onions, but it's too much effort for me tonight. I might have that tomorrow. Because, yeah, I had this lasagna I could just throw in the oven and that was it. I don't think the most, what's the word I'm searching for? The most difficult part of that was trying to just get the film off it so that it didn't melt into the food. But it wasn't a bad one, actually. It came off in 2 goes, so not one of those ones that rips and leaves a tiny little bit all stuck around the sodding carton, which is a nightmare. It's really weird that I find that the ones that don't peel off properly are more often than not found on the meals that cost more. So like the finest or the, the premium or whatever, they don't come off properly. Whereas you get like an Aldi or a Lidl, and they just come off no problem. And I don't quite understand how that works. It's a strange one to me. Oops, what have I done there? Gotcha. Come on. You're not having my water right now. Come on, I need it. Yeah, Yog's probably said to you before now about our cats drink out of our glasses, so as soon as you've got a glass of water, one of them wants to get in it. It's like, Cat, you're then just trying to get into mine. It's like, it's not even long. It's too low for her to reach it properly, but she will ram her face right into it to try and get it. I'm just talking about you doing that. Oi. Madam. Yeah, then sometimes when she can't ram her face in far enough, she'll stick a bloody paw in there. Don't you? Eh? Stick your paw in my water. Looking away from me like you've got nothing to hide, missus. You're a good girl, hey? You are. Right guys, I think I'm going to call it there because my throat is starting to really hurt, and I want to go and grab my tea out of the oven before I burn it. So anyway, have a lovely evening, afternoon, wherever you are, and I will see you all tomorrow, probably around about the same time. I'm going to try and be fairly consistent with regards to that as and when I can. Like I say, I haven't got any plans for tomorrow yet, so I can't see that being changing anytime soon. So I will love you and leave you all. Pass on your regards to Yog, and yeah, catch up with you hopefully again tomorrow. Take care.